Welcome to Flow into Alignment. Today I'm going to walk you through a 10-minute abdominal and core strengthener that doesn't include crunches or anything like that, because I don't know about you, but crunches aren't my favorite. So what you're going to need is a folded up blanket or towel and 2 yoga blocks, yourself in comfortable clothes, and join me today. To start off, start in standing. This is one of the exercises that I cover in my pelvic floor and core workshop. Again, make sure to check out the link below for that. What you're gonna do is put the block between your knees, squeeze the block firmly between your knees, and stand tall. That's it. And you're probably thinking, really? That's gonna strengthen my core? Absolutely. Try it out for about 1 to 5 minutes each day as you're brushing your teeth, and let me know if you get a stronger core and pelvic floor. Part of the core is your feet, so make sure that you're pressing firmly into the first metatarsal, the fifth metatarsal, and your heel as you're standing here with the block between your knees. And hold this for about 30 seconds to a minute today, taking long, deep inhales and exhales. Because if we stood here for 5 minutes or even 3 minutes, that would make we want to cover some more exercises, and we only have 10 minutes for this. So this is just one of the exercises. Take long, deep inhales and exhales through your nose, shoulder blades just slightly towards your spine, gently squeezing or firmly squeezing your block. Pressing firmly through your feet. And then on your next exhale, release the block. Let's come down to seated. So the next exercise is going to be seated position with your legs out straight is the first choice. The second choice is with your knees bent. You're going to use the block or both blocks for both of these. If your legs are out straight, the block is going to go between your ankles. If your knees are bent, the block is going to go between your knees. In all of these exercises, we're trying to hit the transverse abdominis muscles, which are the muscles that lie underneath your superficial abdominal muscles. So these are the muscles that go deep underneath. Again, check out my workshop to see where those muscles lie and what they look like. Block between your ankles if you're straight legs. Wherever you're at, you're going to squeeze your block very firmly. If your legs are straight, flex your feet to engage your feet because your feet are part of your core. You're going to straighten your legs to make sure they're straight. Your heels may pop off the ground. That is okay. You're going to squeeze your hands together or grab a block and squeeze the block between your hands to help activate the muscles of your chest. You're going to tuck your chin, tuck your tailbone. You're not going to come out of this curve of your spine at all, at any time. You're not going to straighten up. You're not going to come to this position. You're going to stay curled even as you lean forward. On your inhale, you're going to squeeze both blocks, rocking back, keeping your belly button to spine. As you exhale, squeeze your blocks and pull yourself forward. Do not let your legs come off the ground. If your legs come off the ground as you're doing this, you're going to activate the superficial abdominal muscles, which are not the muscles we're trying to get at. So you're going to inhale, back, exhale, forward. Inhale, rock back. Exhale, pull yourself forward. Inhale, squeeze the block, keep the legs strong, belly button to spine. Exhale, so do all your breaths through your nose, inhaling through your nose, exhaling through the nose. The slower you breathe and move, the more challenging this is going to be. Inhaling back, exhaling forward, inhaling back, exhaling forward. Let's do 2 more. Inhale back, exhale forward, inhale back, exhale forward. Good. Another thing to keep in mind is to make sure your shoulders don't creep towards your ears. Sometimes mine do, so I have to be very mindful to try to keep my shoulders down. So the next exercise we're going to do is boat pose. So you're going to place your feet in a bent position, sitting on your sit bones. You may need to sit up on something to help with that, as my cat comes around and joins us today. There are several different ways you can do boat pose. The beginner level, or the more modified version, I should say, the more modified version of boat pose is your feet planted flat on the ground. The next is to touch your toes to the ground. The next is to activate the feet and pick the feet up. And then you slowly move into a more of a straight leg position. Do not forget to activate the feet, because that will help activate the inner thighs and your core. You're gonna imagine that you're squeezing your legs towards each other. As you're trying to lift your legs up and your feet are flexed, your hands are squeezing in. Again, if lifting the feet off the ground does not work for you, that's okay. More modified version, feet flat. So wherever you're at, squeeze everything in towards the center line. Activate your feet. Shoulder blades are towards the spine this time. We're going to hold for 4 breaths. Inhale through the nose and exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last time, inhale. Exhale. Good. Cross your ankles. Place your hands down in front of you. You can put blocks underneath your hands. Now press your hands down, lean forward so that your knees touch the ground. Lift your hips up, pull your knees into your chest, and exhale. Come back down and back into boat pose. 4 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last time. Inhale. Exhale. Cross one ankle to the other. You can also swing your legs around and come into a kneeling position if that's easier for you. Gonna press your hands down, lean forward so your hips already start to lift. Press your hands into the ground, lift your hips and knees off the ground as you inhale. Exhale, swing the legs around or cross the ankles, coming back into seated. One more time for boat pose. Feet flexed or active. Squeeze the legs in, squeeze the arms in, shoulder blades to spine. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last time. Inhale. Exhale. Swing your legs around or cross one ankle over the other. Lean forward. Press your hands into your blocks to the floor. Pull hips and knees up. And exhale. Come back down. Good. So the next thing you can do with that, if you wanted to give yourself a little bit more of a challenge, is you can try to squeeze your blanket in towards, you can squeeze a blanket or a block between your calf or your thigh. You can also squeeze a block or a blanket or a pillow between your thighs and your chest. So there's different things you can use for different props to help with your boat pose. The last exercise we're going to do is dead bug. So you've probably seen dead bug quite often, and it can be a very simple or challenging exercise. So again, it can be modified to whatever strength level you're at. And that's the kind of exercises I love to do, is to have exercises that can be modified depending on how strong I feel on certain days and certain weeks and certain months, because as we know, we go through all different energy levels, so it's good. All right, so lay on your back. And you're gonna start with your knees up and your feet parallel to your knees. And actually, I'm sorry, the more modified version is feet flat. I apologize. So let's start with the more modified version first. Feet are gonna be planted flat. You're gonna lay on your back. Gently tuck your tailbone in towards your heels so that your lower back is on the ground. This will activate your pelvic floor. You can lift your arms up. So the first modification of this is to just let an arm go back and bring it up, and the other arm to go back and bring it up. So just your arms is the first modification, keeping your belly nice and flat. So flush between, feeling that flush feeling between your hips and your ribs. You want to breathe with your ribs though. Inhale, open the ribs, bring the arm back, arm up, arm back, arm up. Okay, so the second modification is you're gonna go opposite leg to arm. So you're gonna stretch one leg out as the other arm goes out. So slide the heel out and then slide the heel back in as the arm comes back in. So left arm, right leg, slide the heel out and slide the heel back in. And you keep progressing to a more difficult version of this dead bug as you get stronger and stronger. So of course the next version is feet up off the ground, hover, yes. And then you keep, actually I'm sorry, the next version would be probably more of a higher leg. So the higher the leg is when you get the, either when the heel is sliding on the ground or when the leg is higher is a little bit more of an easier position. The more the leg hovers closer to the ground, the more difficult it becomes. So pick your version of dead bug and let's do that together. I'm going to demonstrate the feet up and legs a little bit higher. So as you inhale, reach the right arm, the left leg. Exhale, bring it back in towards center. Inhale, or left leg, right arm. Exhale, center. Inhale, out. Exhale, in. 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 One more set. Inhale, out. Exhale, in. Inhale, out. Exhale, in. Good. And to come up, you're going to inhale back up. You can also add a block into there. So if you want the challenge, you will squeeze your knee and your elbow together, and you'll reach the arm and the same arm and leg out. And then you can do the other side. So you're working the abdominals the whole time. So this is just a little bit different of a work using the block. So try these out today for a 10-minute quick abdominal work with a couple simple exercises that do not include crunches. And let me know what you think, and check out the links below for any of my other free workshops and freebies, including links to all the yoga props you can need for your practice at home. Thank you so much for joining me today. It was great to see you. Have a wonderful day. Take care.